What if I told you the reason you delay your dreams isn't laziness, it's your brain's secret trick? Today I'm going to show you how to outsmart that trick and turn your biggest enemy into your strongest ally. Picture this. You're sitting at your desk. There's that important project staring back at you. Maybe it's a work presentation, maybe it's writing that book, maybe it's starting that business you've dreamed about for years. Your chest feels tight, your mind starts racing with excuses. Just 5 more minutes on your phone. Just one more video. Just one more scroll through social media. Before you know it, hours have passed. The project sits untouched. And that familiar weight of guilt settles on your shoulders like a heavy blanket. You tell yourself you're lazy. You tell yourself you lack willpower. You tell yourself maybe you're just not cut out for big dreams. But here's the truth that's going to change everything. None of that is real. What's happening in your brain is actually a survival trick that kept your ancestors alive. And once you understand it, you can flip the switch. Every single person watching this video has felt that sinking feeling. The moment when time slips away and your goals feel further from reach. The frustration when you know what you should do, but you just can't seem to do it. The guilt that eats at you when you go to bed, knowing you wasted another day. I'm here to tell you that feeling ends today. By the time we're done, you'll have 3 simple brain hacks that work with your mind instead of against it. You'll understand why your brain does this to you. And more importantly, you'll know exactly how to make it stop. Right now, inside your head, there's a battle happening. It's between 2 parts of your brain. The first part is called your limbic system. Think of it as a sugar-hungry toddler. It wants rewards now. It wants pleasure now. It wants easy now. The second part is your prefrontal cortex. This is your wise parent. It knows what's good for you long-term. It sees the big picture. It wants you to succeed. Here's where things get tricky. Your toddler brain has a superpower called dopamine. Every time you check your phone, every time you watch a video, every time you do something easy and fun, your brain gets a hit of this feel-good chemical. It's like giving candy to that toddler. Your wise parent brain tries to say, hey, we should work on that important project. But the toddler brain throws a tantrum. It says, but that's hard. That's scary. That might not work. Let's check Instagram instead. Scientists call this reward prediction error. Your brain predicts that scrolling will feel better than working. And most of the time, it's right. At least in the moment. Every time you give in, you're training your brain. You're teaching it that distractions are more rewarding than progress. You're literally rewiring your neural pathways to choose easy over important. Every minute you scroll, every hour you delay, your dreams don't just wait for you, they drift further from reach. The gap between where you are and where you want to be grows wider. The voice in your head that says, maybe I can't do this, gets louder. But here's the plot twist that changes everything. Your brain isn't broken, it's not working against you on purpose, it's actually trying to protect you. Those important tasks feel scary because they matter. They feel overwhelming because they're big. Your brain sees big and scary and hits the panic button. The solution isn't to fight your brain, it's to trick it. And science has given us the perfect way to do it. Researchers at Stanford University discovered something amazing. They found that people who used a simple 3-step method were 80% more likely to complete their most important tasks. Not 20%, not 50%. 80%. This method works because it speaks your brain's language. It gives your toddler brain what it wants while sneaking in what your wise brain needs. I call it the brain hack method. There are 3 simple steps: spot, name, and flip. First, you spot the moment when your brain tries to distract you. You notice when that toddler starts reaching for the phone or opening a new browser tab. You catch it in the act. Second, you name what's happening. You literally say out loud, my brain is trying to distract me because this task feels big and scary. When you name it, you take away its power over you. Third, you flip the script. Instead of fighting the feeling, you work with it. You make the important task feel smaller and the distraction feel less appealing. Your brain is like a toddler demanding candy instead of vegetables. But what if you could make vegetables taste like candy? What if you could make your important work feel as good as scrolling through social media? Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a teacher who dreamed of writing a children's book. For 3 years, she had this beautiful story in her head. But every time she sat down to write, her brain would panic. The blank page felt like a mountain she couldn't climb. She'd open her laptop, look at the empty document, and immediately feel overwhelmed. Her brain would whisper, "This is too hard. You don't know where to start. What if it's terrible?" Within minutes, she'd find herself watching videos about how to write instead of actually writing. Then Sarah learned about the brain hack method. The next time she sat down to write, she spotted her brain trying to distract her. She named it out loud. "My brain thinks writing is scary because it matters to me." Then she flipped the script. Instead of trying to write a whole chapter, she set a timer for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. She told herself she only had to write for 120 seconds. Her brain relaxed. 2 minutes didn't feel scary. It felt doable. Something magical happened. After 2 minutes, she kept writing. After 10 minutes, she was in a flow state. After an hour, she had written 3 pages. 6 months later, her book was published. The key was tricking her toddler brain into starting. Once she started, her wise brain could take over. But she had to make that first step feel safe and small. Now let me teach you the 3 specific brain hacks that will transform how you approach any task. These aren't just theories, these are practical tools you can use today. The first hack is called the 2-minute start. Here's how it works. When you have a big, scary task, don't commit to finishing it. Don't even commit to working on it for an hour. Just commit to 2 minutes. Set a timer for exactly 120 seconds. Tell your brain you only have to work for that long. This tricks your limbic system because 2 minutes doesn't feel threatening. It's not enough time to fail badly. It's not enough time to feel overwhelmed. But here's the secret. Starting is the hardest part. Once you start, momentum takes over. Scientists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates leaving things unfinished. So even if you plan to stop after 2 minutes, you'll often keep going. The second hack is micro rewards. Remember, your brain loves dopamine hits. Instead of fighting this, use it. After every small step you take on your important task, give yourself a tiny celebration. Finished writing 1 paragraph? Do a little fist pump. Completed 1 section of your presentation? Say yes out loud. Sent that important email? Stand up and stretch with a smile. These micro celebrations feed your dopamine system in a healthy way. You're training your brain to associate important work with good feelings. Over time, your brain will start craving progress instead of distractions. The third hack is the environment swap. Your current workspace is connected to your old habits. Your brain sees your usual desk and thinks, "This is where we procrastinate." So change the scene, find a new corner of your room, sit in a different chair, work from a coffee shop. Even small changes signal to your brain that something new is happening. It's like hitting a reset button on your mental patterns. The reason this works is because of something called neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly forming new pathways based on what you do repeatedly. When you change your environment, you interrupt the old pathway and make it easier to build a new one. Pick one of these 3 hacks right now. Which one feels most doable to you? Comment below and tell me. I'm going to try the 2-minute start, or I'm going to use micro rewards, or I'm going to do an environment swap. Making this commitment public makes you more likely to follow through. Now I want you to try something with me. Think about the one task you've been putting off the most, the one that makes your stomach tighten when you think about it. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation. Maybe it's starting that creative project. Maybe it's looking for a new job. Take a deep breath in. Notice how your body feels when you think about that task. You might feel tension. You might feel fear. You might feel doubt creeping in. Now I want you to reframe that feeling. That tension isn't a stop sign. It's a compass. It's pointing you towards something that matters. The bigger the fear, the bigger the potential reward. Say this with me. I can begin small, and small adds up. Feel those words in your chest. Every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Every book starts with a single word. Every business starts with a single decision. Breathe in calm. Breathe out doubt. Your brain is not your enemy. It's a tool that you can train. And every time you choose progress over distraction, you're building new neural pathways to success. Here's what I want you to remember. Procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's not a sign that you're lazy or broken or destined to fail. It's simply a brain pattern that you can retrain. Every single time you catch yourself starting to procrastinate and choose to take action instead, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your impulses. You're building evidence that you're the kind of person who follows through. Think about it this way. 6 months from now, you can be in the exact same place you are right now. Still putting off the same tasks. Still feeling that same guilt and frustration. Still wondering what if. Or you can be somewhere completely different. You can be the person who wrote the book. Who started the business. Who had the difficult conversations. Who turned their dreams into reality, one small step at a time. The only difference between these two futures is what you do in the next 2 minutes. Not the next 2 hours. Not the next 2 days. The next 2 minutes. Your brain wants to tell you that change is hard and success is for other people. But now you know better. Now you know that your brain is trainable. Now you have the tools to make it work for you instead of against you. Comment below right now with the brain hack you're going to use tonight. Are you going to try the 2-minute start? Will you celebrate with micro rewards? Or are you going to shake things up with an environment swap? If this video gave you hope, if it showed you a new way to think about procrastination, hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And subscribe because next week we're diving into something even more powerful. Your future self is counting on the choice you make right now. Make them proud.